Hello, good evening. Hello, family. Good evening. We're coming in. We're coming in for a landing. We're coming into home base. Woo! We have tasted of the goodness of a detox. How are you? Let me fix my Mac speaker. That should be a little bit better. All right. And the camera looks fine. Should you hear me a little better now? Yeah, much better. Good. Somehow it disconnected. Good evening. Well, we have made it 30 days we've spent together. We've bonded. I've cried. I don't know if y'all have cried. I've grown. I hope that you all have grown. You have started the year of 2024 off and already read a book in the first month of the year. What a good way to start the year. And now you just carry that forward. Now all you have to do is carry that forward. You read a whole book in 1 month. Who thought you would ever have time? Remember all the things that we always said we never had time for? We found 55 minutes every night for personal enrichment, self-care, personal care, loving on myself. Isn't that beautiful? 30 days and you finished a complete book by dedicating 55 minutes a night before you went to bed to you. Everyone else gets all the pickings all day long, and you get the last 55 minutes of your evening. Isn't that beautiful? We've tasted and we've seen. And now tonight is the closure. Thank you, Sherry. I hope you get the rest that I've been making myself take this month. Soon as I feel like doing something and saying I could use this time to do this, Suzanne, rest. We are alive, and we're not just alive. We're alive and well. We are alive and better. We are wiser. We're stronger. So much better. Mariah Lopez says she is proud of everyone. I'm so surely proud of you. I want to go over a few things so that when I end it for the night, we can just end it. Thank you, Ebony, for sending $10 through the YouTube, whatever those are called, superstars. She's saying yes. And she sold in saying we made it, and we certainly did. Some things that I have to bring up with my admin. As a matter of fact, Ebony, why don't you come on tonight? Are you prepared? Come on and help me so I don't miss anything. If you're not prepared, I won't bother you. Would you say yes or no? Yes? Okay, come on in. Ebony's going to come in with us, and we're just going to go over the admin stuff before we're done tonight so that I can end with the final instructions, because tonight won't really be a lesson. Tonight's going to be the instructions how to carry forward. You coming in, Eb? There she goes. Hello, lady.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Say something to the viewers, because they've been communicating with you virtually, electronically, and they haven't seen you or heard you like I have been able to. So take a couple seconds or so and say something to them.
Hello, everyone. It's been an honor to serve you all for these 30
Yes,
days.
that's right.
I know some of you may think you're a bother, but trust me, it is not a bother.
Come
That is
on.
what I'm here for, to help you get whatever you need during these 30 days and beyond these 30 days. So
Come on.
we just wanted to go over some things before we get started on our last night.
Yes.
So the assessments are done. They are ready. We are going to be sending out the 360 feedback for the leaders and for any others that want the feedback form.
Yes.
We also have them for the families, leadership, and also the last assessment was sent out for emotional intelligence. You all should have that in your emails. And if you are interested in a life coach, please email me and I can send you the intake form for that. I'm going to put my email on the screen for you.
Good.
You can email me if you would like an intake form to continue your coaching sessions, whether it's with Dr. Suzanne M. Howard or with any of the coaches. You can fill out the intake form and let us know. I believe we are going to be choosing our winners tonight for the intentional mentoring session and a chance to enter in for the emotional intelligence courses for the year. And those of you who have signed up for a coach for these 30 days will also be getting a survey in the mail, in your email after tonight, to let us know how those sessions went for you. And I believe we're doing coupon codes for those who want to continue their sessions with the coaches. And we're going to be giving out certificates to those who are interested in having certificates to say that you participated in the 30 days and you're going to continue to participate by getting your help that you need through the coaches. So thank you all for filling out your intake form. I see your comments. Thank you.
That's right.
And I think that's it. Please continue to rewatch after these 30 days. I know I'm going to be watching after these 30 days because that's going to help us continue to work out our EI, because we know that emotional intelligence is a skill. It's not something that we are born with overnight and it doesn't come easily. We have to work at this. So please watch the replay on YouTube.
I sure will.
Please make sure.
That's how I feel right there. That's how I feel right there. Come on.
Please make sure you comment, share with others, and do whatever you need to do to help yourself. And it also helps us to keep this going. So I thank you all for your support, your love, all those that gave the other night. Thank you so much. This is my opportunity to thank you all for everything. And let's keep going.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Just to come on and back what our solutionist secretary, also Minister Ebony, is saying, that if you are interested in the Family 360 Leadership Questionnaire, you can put it on the screen now. She can catch some of it now. And then we can look at it after in replay, or you can send her an email. That is something that I'm really hoping that all of the families and married couples take advantage of. It's so important. And once I start having us meet together as a what is the married thing, growing together as a unit for married couples, I want to bring in those, or at least have you have those assessments. I'll be willing to be vulnerable, and we can talk, the Howards can talk about our assessment if no one else is interested in doing it, but at least get it done and have the results back, so that you've got 11 months to clean up some of the stuff that we were not aware of, that we were portraying to our loved ones, our most important ones. And you see Anna's interested. Yes. And the people that we care the most about, what they think of us. We can be seen as a great apostle and a wonderful preacher and a wonderful woman of God. But at home, do they think we are so wonderful? Or are they some of the scenarios that I have been giving, that we are so great outside of the family, but with the family, we are missing some things that we may not even be aware of. So you're going to have to put on your peace hat, and you're going to have to be at peace so that we can get it right before we leave this earth with our family. Before we crack the heavens and he lifts us up, and we hear from him, well done. There's a well done that I believe that you want to hear, and it's from your family. Whether, you leave out of here immediately or you have some time, hopefully we all have great health and we just go out the best way we can. But you want them to be able to say, my father had this going on, and, he took the time, he cared, he took the time, and he changed the image that I had of him. My mother was very dismissive and kind of pushed me away because she was busy. My mom had to work 2 jobs, and, she had all these children, and she pushed me away a lot. I know she didn't mean to. I've forgiven her, but I still missed what I should have gotten from my mother. Remember, we talked about that last night with trauma, that even though they may have tried their best, it wasn't intentional, that you still miss the connection. So imagine if us as parents can find out from the ones that love us the most, that mean the most to us, if they can tell us today what they need from us, what we're not giving them that we're not aware of. And maybe we can find out if I'm even able to give it to you. Maybe I have not learned this from the family that raised me, your grandparents, and I may not have it in me to give, but I'm willing, through coaching and therapeutic sessions, I'm willing to learn how to gain more empathy so that I can empathize with you. I don't want my boys to think that they're weak because they want to rub me and love me and hold my hand. Or I've seen some fathers kiss their sons. It's beautiful. But there's a lot of men that can't do it. And it's because of the way they were raised up. Why keep a tradition going that isn't working? Can we put that up in the chat? Why keep a tradition going that isn't working? If the tradition isn't working, if the learned behavior, because that's all traditions are learned behavior. If the learned behavior isn't working, let's change it. It's so easy to change it. It is. It's easy to change it. To do the work towards the transformation is a little harder, but to say, this isn't working, I don't want to do this. I'm going to warn some of y'all that are a little younger. You become your parents, and even the worst part of them, or the not so friendly part of them, the older you get, without permission, you become them. It's genetic. And you may not be like them in your teens, in your 20s, in your 30s. But I'm telling you, when you start turning that ballpark corner, so if these traditions or these learned behaviors that you have now instilled in you and are doing them probably by autopilot, but they're not working for your children, why would you want to keep doing it? My mother was not a hugger. You go to hug her, she would literally push you away. I understand now, knowing her life, the poor woman, but it still withheld from us the attachment to mother. And I partially began to raise my son the same way. It was with the grandchildren that I've learned that that wasn't good. And I can actually change it. See, the behaviors that we had passed down from our parents, that were passed down from their grandparents, it's automatic for us. We do it without even thinking because that's a training. That's home training. And it's sad that I missed it for my son. He gets it now, thank God, but he missed it. He didn't get the hugs like her. He had to get the homework right, get to school on time, clean up his room. He had to eat. He had to, do everything right, and everything had to be perfect, and everything had to be good. And then I'm with Peyton, and I'm like, I don't feel like going to school today. Let's take a mental health day, Peyton. My son would have never gotten a mental health day, ever, because I did not learn early enough that some of these things that I learned, just because I learned them, just because they did them, doesn't make them right. And it definitely doesn't make it right for me. Do I want to continue this? Do I want to be an emotionally absent person? Do I want to be someone that's not touching or hugging, or I can't say kind words or any affection that a man may show, or weakness, vulnerabilities makes him a weak man? Does that really work for us? Does that work for us? Look at our country right now. Look at our country right now. The young adults are horrible human beings. Not all of them, the ones we see on the news. I'll stick with that. The ones we see on the news. They jumped a police officer last night in New York. Like, really? We respected the police. We would talk mess to the police walking away. We're becoming horrible human beings, and we see a lot of this being amplified on the news stations. But this is the generation that's coming up. How did they get like this? Because we're quick to talk about them. We're quick to talk about they have no respect, they have no honor, and they don't. But how did they get like that? Well, we know the most open and available answer to that is it was the breakup of the family, the dividing of the family. There's no head of the household. So no one passed down the traditions and the customs and morals. I mean, it's to the point that they're writing on their face. I mean, what's left? How did they get like this, people? It's from our age group. Everyone on here, even if you're in your 20s and you have a child, or your 30s and you have a child, they're learning things already. The music that they're listening to is indoctrinating them. It's discipling them. And then we don't take the time to bring them to church. What they hear on TikTok and watch on TikTok for hours at a time, they can put makeup on. They can professionally apply makeup at 5 years of age. 5-year-olds know how to professionally apply makeup. They're being discipled by these things. Is this working for us? Me too, Tony. I am scared too. If it's not working for us, let's change it. We have a blessing that God, I believe, has given us the best pieces of our parents. I do believe that. He's given us the best pieces of our parents. And then the rest we learned. We don't have to do it just because we learned it. We can change the trajectory of the direction of our family. We can. And it starts with us. This is why we spent 30 days together, because this is not going to be a part of my family anymore. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to change it. I may have to do it by myself because no one in the family is going to be on board, but this isn't happening anymore. This is how my house is going to be run. I'm not going to allow these behaviors and the customs of the world come in through my children. I'm not going to be mean and rude to them. I'm not going to intimidate them. But I'm going to let them know that as for me and my house, this is how it's going to be when you come here. And still hug them. Let's stop being texters. And I'm a texter, 99.9%. Sometimes we need to call. Some things require a call. Even in today's with clergies will send you a group clergy message, about 50 clergies in it, and they're giving you a flyer. To me, that is so impersonal. It's so, let's get the job done. Let's just get the job done. Clergy should invite clergy. It should be a personal invitation. Shouldn't be a text. It certainly shouldn't be a group text. So this moral decline has hit every part of our society. I want you to grab back control of your life and make it be how you want it to be. Take it back. I'm taking back my life by first taking back my emotions. And as I take back my emotions, I'm becoming emotionally intelligent. Because see, there's another level to intelligence, and it's emotional intelligence. I'm taking it back. I'm going to become more self-aware so that I'm the last one to know things about myself and everyone else does. You ever been shocked when someone told you something about yourself? You're like, I do? Yes. No way. Yeah. Really? And they're talking about you. Why are you the last one to know about you? Because we lack self-awareness. Why do you think everyone else is emotional and you're not? Because you lack self-awareness. We learned a lot this 30 days. This 30 days, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a perfected year at year 8, but it was easy. It wasn't easy as far as the application, because as I wrote the book, then I went through the book and I did a lot of the application work already. But while you're teaching it again, the application comes to you again. It wasn't easy emotionally, but it was a breeze doing it. And I believe a big difference in that was you all. You all helped to make this easy. You were on board. You were signed in early. You were staying relevant and in real time with your comments. You were doing the work. You were completing the assessments. You all made it easy. This could have been very questionable. Well, maybe they don't want it. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Well, no one's getting on, so maybe it's not important. Well, no one's completing the assessments, so maybe I'm just ahead of my time and then it's not time for this yet. You all made it worth it. And that's why Ebony and I are on here today. We want you to become more self-aware as the year goes by. We want you to have an improvement in all of your relationships. We want you to have that prosperous life, that abundant life that is promised to us. It's promised. We don't have to be good to get it, people. It's promised to us. Do you understand that? We can't even see the promise because we're so clouded by emotions that have dictated our yeses and our no's and our decisions and led us into fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. Then we end up with regrets. I made this decision and it was a wrong one, so now I regret it. I didn't make this decision and that was a mistake, so now I regret it. I totally avoided this situation altogether, thinking it would get better on its own, and now that's a mistake, and now I regret it. We've got all this stuff going on, and we've hit the nail on the head for every single issue that we brought up this year. Every single issue. And I'm really, really hoping that every single one of you sign up for some, I don't know how short term you need to do it, but sign up for some help to move you forward so that relationships can be a blessing. Stop throwing your toxicity on everyone else. Legacy. What does your wife or your husband and your children think of when they think of you? It's time. So as Ebony stated, we will be sending out a code. We will email it out. We're going to send out a code, and you can use the code to book your sessions. If you decide you want to book your session with me and you're having trouble with that code, you can get in touch with Ebony. We're here year round. Monday's my day off. Somebody say Monday's day off. You're not going to get me to respond to text messages, emails, phone calls, nada. Monday's my day off because I work weekends. I have clients on Saturdays and I have ministry on Sundays. But outside of that, we're here. We're always working hard to get you in, to get your appointments in, to review your information. The coaches are enjoying themselves. So we will be sending out a code for a discounted rate than what's on the website. Somebody say code in the mail, CODE, code in the mail. I want it up there so that when you go back and look, other people would say, oh, they said they're putting the code in the mail. And we know hopefully it means email. I learned a lot about me and my emotions. This was so good. Thank you, Apostle. You're welcome, Carmen. Code is in the mail. And that'll be a discount code for you. I was talking about the family assessments and the leadership assessments. Those are all completed. Ebony has them all in the Google Doc, and they're ready to be sent out. What we can do, some have already responded in the chat that they want those for their family. If you missed that because you got on a little late, just pop in the chat. I want the family assessment or family 360. And we will send that out to you as well. And you can make an appointment if you want. You can make an appointment just to go through your assessments. Or you can sign up for coaching for the rest of the year and then look to see what you want to do next year. But you can have a coaching session just to go over your 360 family assessment. Then there's the 360 assessment that everyone should take regarding their leadership. Where do you need to improve before you apply for that promotion? Where do you need to improve before you leave that job that you're not happy with and go to another one? You want to take your 360 professional assessment because you want to elevate, you want to promote, and you want to go somewhere better, but you don't want to go somewhere better the same way you were. So you want your 360 leadership assessment. And then I highly recommend your 360 family assessment. You want to take that, and you can make an appointment and go through that with me or any of the coaches. I'm available for coaching as well as my coaches. There's a different rate for me, but if that's what you're interested in, you let Ebony know and we can work with you on that as well. That's right, Elder Manny, ready for the 360 leadership assessment. The Apostles House ministers, it is mandatory for you. Our ministry licenses are up for renewal in March. So you will have to have this done along with attending this class. This is your continuing licenses credits. And you will then go through the session and the plan, the action plan and the follow-up plan to make sure that you are improving in your ministry so that wherever God wants to take you, your gifts that make room for you, they'll keep the door open for you with your emotions. Because emotions can destroy character. Emotions can destroy leadership. Emotions can destroy integrity. So you want to get those emotions together. Emotions are so important. So again, any questions at any time ever, just email. We're here. We're not letting anything go. We're not going away. We will be here and we will be working diligently with those that we already have and hopefully a few more. If you do want to sign up for life coaching and you pop that notice right there in the chat now, you can get ahead of everyone else and Ebony can start sending you out the intake form and we will look over the intake form. If there is a particular coach you want, you can list that on there. If there's not an extra box for making notes or comments, is it, Ebony? No? Okay. So when you send that back to us and you get a response, you can say, I've worked with Lisa Durney's 30 days or Maria or LaTanya Durney's 30 days. I'd really like to finish the year with them. I would definitely make that suggestion as well. And you can do that with them. But if you want to start, Get a head start and ask for your intake form now. Intake form doesn't involve any money. You're just giving us information so we can call you back and have enough information to put together what we call a track. We put together a track for you and figure out the destination on that track to get you through the end of the year. The only one that is doing marriage, anything right now, in regards to So Detox would be myself. The other coaches are only working with singles or single families. They're not working with married couples. So if you're looking for anything regarding marriage, you will be able to work with me. Bless you, Apostle Hester. Good to see you. And then lastly, the surveys, we're asking everyone who has worked with a coach, if you would complete the survey. It helps me to improve them. It helps me to make sure that they're doing exactly what it is the vision is here for them to do, and for them to learn as well what you receive from them, what they could have done better with you during that call. So please make sure that's going to be sent out to everyone who has signed up for coaches. And you should have, are they finishing what, this week or next week? Last appointments, do you know, Eb?
I think it should be this week.
Okay, good. And then the last part of this part, I think she mentioned it, is again, those certificates. If you want a certificate to keep on file, you can send that email in and Ebony will send you a certificate saying that you completed the introductory class. The only reason it's considered the introductory class is because I don't have enough information back from you guys to know what you really have done. Now, if you really need something to say something more, email us and I'll look over all your intake forms. If they're there, we could change it and upgrade it a little bit. But other than that, that's what we have to state because I haven't really sat with you. But believe me, that's going to make a difference because no one is seeing that. Let me see if I can open up these 2 testimonies that came in today. Let me see. I want you to hear these testimonies that came in today. Oh, let me hit this part before I forget. The drawing for 1 year coaching and the drawing for the free mentoring that's coming up in March, we would do that at a later time. I did not have time to take each name separately and, you know, all that stuff that you got to do. I didn't have time to get it done. So we would do that. Maybe I'll come on Sunday night. We'll do a check-in, perhaps Sunday night. Ebony, you'll write it down. We'll see what Sunday night looks like. We'll come back on Sunday night and then we'll do the drawing live so you can find out who won the coaching for a year and then who also won the free mentoring pass for March mentoring session. That's good, either Sylvia. Ebony's going to be on it. So that part, I did want to make sure we answer everything here and you can go back and listen to it. Now, let me read these 2 testimonies that came in. What a blessing. What a blessing. I don't know if I can read her name, so I won't. I want to thank you for EI this month. I especially want to thank you for last night. Remember last night? Woo! Last night, if you weren't on, if you don't remember, it was about traumas that develop in us when we're raised in a household where either one parent is not our biological parent or our biological parents' information is being kept from us. And what is the traumatic response that comes from that? Yeah, when one of my armor bearers inboxed me and said, I almost didn't get through tonight. I've got some work to do. I realized I had some trauma, but I never knew I had traumas from this. And that came in from last night. So that's a heavy deal. So this one says, I want to thank you for EI this month. I especially want to thank you for last night. I knew that I dealt with abandonment issues, but I never connected the dots that it led to low self-esteem, self-doubt, grief, and loss, or even the passive aggressiveness. I had just prayed 1 hour before about my mother saying she didn't think I was good enough to tell me who my father was. I felt rejected because of that. Absolutely. I was never able to admit that before. Now I know it's all trauma and I never knew that part. I just never would have imagined. And that's why talking it out, hearing it, the scenarios, it all helps you to pull these thoughts from your subconscious to your consciousness. I always knew I needed to go to counseling and therapy, but I didn't know where I would start. Now I know. You brought me clarity last night. Thank you for being the soul doctor. You need to be going around the world. I didn't even see that part. Wow. Thank you so much for that testimony. I don't see her up there, so I'm not going to say her name, but isn't that a powerful testimony? Then I'll read this one. Good afternoon, Apostle. I just wanted to send you a note of appreciation for all that you do for us with facilitating a path for growth. EI is more than a buzz term and is very much needed in our daily lives. Although I feel like I do a decent job of managing my emotions, there are areas of opportunity that have been highlighted since going over this with you, mainly with empathy. I do have a heart for people and their feelings. However, I am a primary caregiver, and in my work, I deal with a lot of situations where I have to deal with people being less than truthful. Caregiving takes a toll emotionally and physically, and that is an absolute truth. The empathy mirror is a great exercise and tool. I know that I will be continuing to go back to replay these to help me in my personal work and ministry. I also notice that employees are now listing emotional intelligence as a quality needed for certain positions. I found this on Indeed. And what she highlighted was in the article of looking for an employee, it says one of the things they're looking for, ability to apply emotional intelligence and empathetic listening with all interactions. Now that just boosted up for us. That just made us more necessary. That just made us have the supply for the demand that's going to be coming because employers are looking for it. So imagine when you send this sheet in with your resume, because I know everything's computerized and electronic now, or you could put a note down there and list your certificates on the last page of your resume or the bottom page of your resume and list your certificates and say a certificate in emotional intelligence. It's going to get your resume more recognized and on the top. But remember, we can show you the skill and we can teach you the lesson, but the application is going to come from how you show up. It's going to come from how you show up with this. So make sure that you don't embarrass us by stepping out too soon and not able to back up what it is that you say you have a certificate in. So make sure of that. And that's, again, why we are not going anywhere and we'll be here with you. Those are the two testimonies. I want to thank everyone who's been commenting on YouTube. You guys have thrusted us into such a high place on YouTube. Of course, there's always more work to do because the goal with YouTube is 100,000 followers. This person said that I should be global with this teaching. We should be global with this teaching. So $100,000 viewers or followers, whatever it is, which is it? Not views, 100,000 followers. That's what you two have, right? That should be a breeze for us because we're going to keep liking and sharing and keep liking and sharing. So thank you for everyone that I have noticed that have been making comments on the last few videos that we've had. I want to just take this time and do this with you. Oh, now I just got another one. You hit 500 views. It says, nice. More people are watching your shorts. It's the shorts, Ab, that you've been doing. Can't even get it in here, but there you go. Just so y'all don't think I'm crazy. Doing the work. Even the ones that Ebony put up there at my face looking crazy. I think people click on those. I think that might actually have some kind of clickbait to it. Let me see what this crazy lady's doing. And then they get captured by it. I'm going to close out on the lesson, but I want to give a shout out to those that are here because tonight is graduation night. There's 86 of us on tonight that are graduating. Maria Rodriguez, Leah Shaw, Ashley Otero, Jason Cisco, Manuel Davis, Sonia Jackson. Let me scroll this down. Gwyneth Douglas, Lydia Cordova, Yolanda Dawson, Rafael Sanchez, Agent Pamela Mitchell, Nubian Queen, John Booker, Leah Shaw, Rosalie Smith, Alicia Moody, Dominique Pierce, Mike Tate, Tony Cranford, Rochelle Graham, Brittany Lamb, Audria Holly, Vanessa Bowling, Darlene Henry, Patricia Wilson, Mike Rose, Misha Wilson, Renee Walton, Cynthia Baisden, Lasonia McLean, Darlene Henry. Hello, Joycey, Bianca Cruz, Ronnie Bonner, Cheryl Johnson, Karen Jamison. Look at all these graduates. Lisa Palmer, Rochard. Can't get it down here now. Okay, I think I'm good. Joanne Fisher, Constance Harmon, Renee Holly, Candy Oates, Danielle Griffith, Anna Roman, Daniel Woodard, Carmen Figueroa, Elitza, Sherry Chambers, come on down, Special, Latoya, Rosalie, I think I said Ashley already, Special, Latanya Peterson, come on down. Rochelle Graham said, I'm proud of me. And that's what I like to hear. Mariah Lopez, I see you. I see you, Barbara Brown. I think I said John Booker already. Diane Gonzalez, hello. Gwyneth Douglas, Rodney McCleary. I see you, Diana Santos, Dolores Davis. Hello, Prophet Dela. If you're still on here, Darlene Henry. Let me scroll down. These look like repeats now. Vanessa Bowling. Millie T. Renee Holly, she's signing up. Chevelle Jamison. Kareem Bolin. Thank you, Mike, for the superstar on YouTube, $9.99. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I've said everyone else. If not, you can pop your name in now at the last minute and I'll see it. George Mason, I see you. All right, we're coming down the line. Debbie Baker, what's the why for? You don't want us to go? Cynthia Baisden, oh, I see what you were referring to. Why keep the tradition going? That's right. Why? Because we think we have to. All right, let me drop it way down here and see if anybody's jumped in that I didn't say anything to. Crystal Adgers, me, says Bernard Howard. Hey, me. Thomasina Artist, Edith Sylvia, Tasha Ross, Carolyn Booker, Elaine E., Big Sister Constant Harmon. Hello there. Agent Pamela Mitchell. Okay, I think I've seen everyone else, but I'm glad to have all 83 of you on. I think we've handled all of the business part of this, Ebony. Everything is clear. You may have to go into replay. Kamisha, I'm proud of you as well. You may have to go and replay to find out anything, but above all, you can always just email us. Ebony is just sitting there waiting for people to sign up. She's just waiting. She's bored. Ebony's just sitting there waiting to send your assessment out. She's just like, this is the longest 8 hours I ever had to work. She's waiting for your assessments to come back so she can set the file up and get it to the coaches. She's just waiting. Do not let her collect cobwebs, y'all. Not on our watch. Put her to work. This is what we have to do. Let's finish up tonight so that we can end. Chapter 10. Maintaining your work. Maintaining and sustaining emotional intelligence. In the preceding days and chapters, we've explored the depth and significance of emotional intelligence and how it can positively transform various aspects of your life. However, the journey of EI doesn't end with awareness and growth. We've had awareness and growth, but that's it. That's awareness and growth is the destination. Remember, this is a journey. It continues as you learn to maintain and sustain these essential skills for the long term. In this chapter, we delved into strategies for long-term emotional intelligence growth, ways to prevent setbacks and regressions, and enduring benefits it brings to your mental well-being. One of the fundamental principles of maintaining EI is adopting a growth mindset. Commit to continuous learning. That's a growth mindset. Committing to continuous learning and self-improvement. Seek out opportunities to expand your emotional intelligence, whether it's through books or courses, workshops, self-reflection. Those are the basic levels. Some of the practical tips: read books on emotional intelligence and psychology regularly. But don't become a know-it-all. A lot of people like to gain information and data so that they can tell everyone what they know, but they're not showing everybody that they got it. I know a lot of people who brag, and when you look at their life or you see how they respond to things, it's like they read it, but they need application help. So read the books, but make it applicable to your life. Attend workshops. We're going to have them going on all year. Attend workshops or seminars on emotional intelligence. Practice self-reflection and journaling to assess your emotional responses. We're going to have workshops on guilt and shame. We're going to have workshops on how to deal with disappointment, workshops on regret, workshops on loneliness. We're going to have a workshop on forgiveness. We're going to have a workshop on catastrophizing. Remember of the 13, I didn't tell you this part, but there's 13 toxic mindsets, and catastrophizing is one. You can't just get bad news without it becoming ill or death or this is forever or this always happened. Everything is a catastrophe for you. We're going to do it. Core beliefs. We're going to come at a lot of these things that we're coming after you. We're even going to do a workshop on public speaking. We're going to do a workshop on imposter syndrome, procrastination, time management. Attend workshops or seminars on emotional intelligence. Tell your employers about it. Tell them to refer people to us. It helps. Practical self-reflection and journaling to assess your emotional responses. There needs to be some ongoing assessments. You should assess yourself again after a workshop or 6 months or at least a year. Regular self-assessment is crucial for identifying areas of improvement and growth. Set aside time to reflect on your emotional responses, strength, and areas where you may need further improvement. Some practical tips: set aside weekly or monthly reflection time. Weekly or monthly, to assess your emotional experiences. Use self-assessment tools such as emotional intelligence assessments. They're on our website to gauge your progress and to find out the areas you're struggling in. Seek feedback from trusted friends, family, or mentors regarding your emotional interactions. Get yourself set up so that you can recognize potential pitfalls. That's going to be the major mountain that may give you a hard time this year. Is you're going to be going along good on that track and that trail of emotional intelligence and self-awareness and gaining healthier relationships and self-regulation. And then something's going to happen and you're going to get in a pitfall. And your mind is going to try to revert back to Egypt, the old ways, and tell you that was a waste of time. That 30 days didn't get anything. That was for everyone else. It wasn't for you. Or that 30 days, that wasn't anything that's going to change your life. This is just how your life is going to be. This is just how you're always going to be. No, it's just a pitfall. Pick yourself back up. Maybe call in and let us encourage you. Let us talk to you, because to maintain your emotional intelligence, it's essential to recognize the potential pitfalls that can lead to setbacks. Common challenges include, can you guess it? Stress. Stress is a big setup for a pitfall. Burnout. Stress that leads to burnout. And complacency. We got those who are high stress and on burnout because they're working too hard. And then we got those who have just fallen into complacency. Awareness is the first step in prevention. Can you put that in the chat? Awareness is the first step in prevention. Some practical tips: regularly monitor your stress levels and practice stress management techniques. Maintain a healthy work-life balance to prevent burnout. Stay vigilant against complacency by setting new emotional intelligent goals. Proactive strategies. Preventing setbacks require proactive strategies. Implement stress management techniques. Practice self-care and maintain a robust support network. That's us. We got you. No judgment. Seek out opportunities for personal growth. Some practical tips: engage in stress reduction activities like mindfulness, meditation, or exercise. It's all in this book. Try to go back. Someone called it their EI Bible the other day. They said my EI Bible stays in my bookcase or my book bag or my pocketbook when I go out. And I pick up something again. I remind myself how to do the mindfulness, how to do the breathing, practice self-care. Listen, including adequate sleep. I want you to start getting 15 minutes of exercise in, but I also want all of us to start getting adequate sleep, nutrition, and relaxation. Anyone know what it's like to relax? Some of us go from run to sleep. There's no relaxation time in between, and that's not healthy. Stay connected with friends and mentors who support your emotional growth. There's a lot of long-lasting benefits for mental well-being, and it makes emotional resilience. I want to see you resilient and not cave into your emotions. By sustaining and nurturing your emotional intelligence, you enhance your emotional resilience. This enables you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and adaptability. Resilience allows you to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook. Some practical tips: practice emotional regulation techniques during challenging times. Use your self-awareness to identify and address stressors that you suffer with proactively. And then you're going to find a better mental well-being over time. The long-lasting benefits of maintaining high emotional intelligence extend to your mental well-being. As you continue to prioritize and develop your emotional intelligence, you'll experience reduced stress. How much is that worth to us? Improved relationships and overall life satisfaction. Practical tips: I'm glad you asked. Keep a journal to track your emotional experiences and personal growth. Celebrate your successes and milestones in emotional intelligence, and encourage those around you to prioritize their mental well-being as well, so that they're not a trigger or a setback or a pitfall for you. In conclusion, maintaining and sustaining emotional intelligence is an ongoing journey that rewards you with a more fulfilling and emotionally resilient life. By committing to lifelong learning, proactive strategies, and self-assessment, you can reap the enduring benefits of emotional intelligence for your mental well-being and the overall quality of your life. It's been my pleasure to be with you for these 30 days. We do expect to come back on soon, maybe on Sunday, just to do our drawing. And then we'll probably take a 2-week break, and then we'll start coming back on with some of the training. In my conclusion, emotional intelligence for mental well-being, a life coach's guide conclusion. As we reach the conclusion of this 30 days and this book, you have embarked upon a transformative journey into the world of emotional intelligence and its profound impact on your mental well-being. You've explored the intricacies of self-awareness, breathe, self-regulation. Come on, breathe, empathy, relationship management, and their pivotal roles in enhancing the quality of your life. You've discovered practical exercises, strategies, and tools to cultivate your EI skills, setting you on a path towards greater emotional resilience, fulfillment, and success. The journey to emotional intelligence is not a destination, but a lifelong commitment. It's a journey of self-discovery and continuous growth, a journey that offers lasting benefits for your mental well-being. As you move forward, here are some of the takeaways that I want to bless you with. I want you to work on your self-awareness. The first step is the foundation upon which your emotional intelligence is built. It's the gateway to understanding your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Continue to practice self-reflection and self-assessment to deepen your self-awareness. Find the log in your eye before you notice the speck in someone else's. Embrace self-regulation. Self-regulation empowers you to manage your emotions effectively. The power gives you the power to manage your emotions effectively, preventing impulsive reactions and promoting better decision making. Implement stress management techniques, mindfulness, and emotional regulation strategies into your daily life. Empathy connects you to others. Say that. Empathy connects you to others. Empathy is the bridge that connects you to the emotions and experiences of others. Doesn't matter their sexual identity, doesn't matter their gender, their color, their class. It connects you to the emotions and experiences of others. Cultivate empathy in your interactions, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or strangers. Practice active listening and seek to understand before being understood. Let me say that again. Practice active listening and seek to understand before being understood. Nurture your relationships. Building and maintaining healthy relationships is at the core of emotional intelligence. Prioritize your connections with others. Use your EI skills to resolve conflicts, communicate effectively, and foster mutual understanding. Apply EI in your daily life. This is the EI Bible, and it needs to be there. It needs to be read and reread until application becomes habit. Apply daily. Take the principles of emotional intelligence and apply them to your daily experiences and challenges, whether at work, in your relationships, or within yourself. EI can be a guiding light to navigate life's complexities. And number 6, sustain your EI journey. The journey of emotional intelligence is ongoing. It requires commitment, practice, and continuous learning. Stay vigilant against setbacks, and regularly assess your emotional growth. Enjoy lasting mental well-being. Lastly, the enduring benefits of emotional intelligence includes reduced stress, improved relationships, emotional resilience, and greater life satisfaction. Embrace these benefits as you continue your journey toward lasting mental well-being. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Seek support. We still have a community family of detoxers here. We've had a 30-day destination, and now we've got a journey together with the rest of our life for self-improvement. Seek support. Never let pride keep you from seeking support. Get a mentor, get a coach, be with good friends and loved ones who understand the significance of the work you've done and the work of emotional intelligence. Share your insights and experiences and encourage others to embark on their own EI journey. Emotional intelligence is not just a skill, it's a way of life. On and an approach to understanding and embracing the rich tapestry of human emotions. You're human. By nurturing your emotional intelligence, you are investing in your mental well-being and creating a ripple effect of positive change in the world around you. Your key takeaways are emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy that connects you to others. Healthy relationships are vital, continuous growth, stress management, application daily, sustaining EI for the journey, a lasting mental well-being, support and sharing, positive change. By nurturing your emotional intelligence, you are now enhancing your own mental well-being, but also creating a positive ripple effect in the world through your empathetic and emotionally resilient interactions. Remember that emotional intelligence is a journey. It's not a destination. Every step you take towards developing and sustaining EI is a step towards a more fulfilling and emotionally resilient life. As you continue your exploration of EI, remember that every step forward is a step towards a more emotionally resilient, empathetic, and fulfilled life. May your journey be one of self-discovery, growth, and enduring mental well-being. Remember that emotional intelligence, come on, is a journey, not a destination. So every step you take towards developing and sustaining your EI is a step towards a more fulfilling and emotionally resilient life for you. God bless you. Thank you for being on with us tonight. Thank you for the cash apps that were coming on while we're on, the superstars from the givers that are on YouTube. Remember to check out the YouTube monthly membership plans. They're very inexpensive. And remember to sign up for your coach. Ebony is there. User, don't let her get bored. Don't let her get bored. I bless you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. God bless you all and good night. Let me get the balloon. I'm so glad we had this time together. Good night. Say good night, Eb. Your turn.
Good night, everyone.